I just want to ask you that what seems to have emerged in the by-elections yesterday is that Quebecers are kind of split over whether the PQ or the CAQ is the best alternative, because you both did solid performances yesterday. So what's your take on that, and how are you going to convince Quebecers that the PQ is a better alternative government than the CAQ is, because they're using the same arguments? It seems to me both of the opposition parties are in a difficult spot now.
Well, let's look at the facts. So the CAQ gained 2% yesterday on 2014. We gained 5%. So that's more than double in French or in English. So I think we did much better. And I think this gives us a clear indication for the future. Saint-Jérôme is in the 450 area where the CAQ used to believe that they were masters. They are not masters there. I think it bodes well for the Parti québécois. And I think this is just a first step. I mean, they've been very present in Saint-Jérôme. They had someone who was very well known. They had the tacit support of the mayor of Saint-Jérôme. And despite that, we grew by 10 points, which is significant. So I think we're very much on our way. We have the momentum on our side. On a number of issues, I agree with you that the debate over the election will be who is best to replace the Liberals. And I will say to François Legault, well, you are in favor of the pipeline. In principle, you are in favor. We are against, in principle, to protect 860 waterways. So that's a big shift. We are in favor of minimum wage at $15 by supporting our small and mid-sized companies and our rural entrepreneurs. You are against it. So it's a vision of Quebec that will be placed before the people in 2018. And I think, of course, the other big argument will be who can form the best government in terms of the team. And despite Mr. Legault's best efforts, some of his best people are leaving for the Liberal Party or for the Caisse de dépôt or for the federal parliament. So I think that will be a major advantage that we have, that we're ready on day one to govern Quebec in a new way.
And what do last night's results mean for discussions of convergence between the PQ and Québec solidaire going forward? I don't know whether you want to respond or whether Mme Hivon, you would like to respond.
We'll do both. I think it gives us a clearer impetus. I mean, the result in Verdun is clear. That was the Liberals to lose. And the only reason that Ms. Mélenchon is elected is because we were divided. Now, QS has already decided to open a dialogue for this kind of event not to happen anymore. We're glad they made this decision. We have to now work towards a mutually beneficial solution to that quandary. It's not going to be easy, but what is new this fall is that there's clear political will on the side of the Parti québécois and on the side of Québec solidaire to achieve this goal, and this is a major achievement.
And just on that Verdun result, you talked about the Québec solidaire result, but what did that also tell you about the work that the PQ needs to do in diverse communities? Because that's also a very diverse community.
You know that I'm very committed to opening a stronger and more consistent dialogue with communities within the party and outside the party. We started that in the last month or so. We have now video clips in French and in English. I'm doing a lot of interviews in English and Spanish as well. And this is part of our outreach. We have 2 years to show that this is significant. We're serious about this and to show results. And one of the big impact that I want to see is that if we have a more diverse membership in the party itself, it brings the conversation elsewhere. You know, it enriches the conversation within the party, and it makes the party more tuned to that reality and more able to reflect the aspirations and the ambitions of the whole diversity.
Would you ever? I don't know. I'm not sure how this works for the PQ actually, but within a riding, when you're choosing the candidate, Would you ever consider appointing someone, for example, from a diverse community, someone who is from a diverse community within a diverse riding in order to bump up that diversity?
Well, we already did that, and we'll keep doing that. And the problem is to get ridings that are winnable. And clearly, we have. I really fought in 2014 to have a more diverse group of candidates, and I think we achieved that. We didn't expand the number of ridings that we had, so we couldn't get as many new MNAs as we could. But certainly, the candidates must reflect this outreach that we're in.